Hi, beautiful. This week has been full on. We had the studio shop open for Mother's Day. Wild. I also had some gallery updates. More on that in a minute. Lastly, I have been getting into marketing, not only on the way that it's being received, but how I want to feel when making it, editing it. So much of it is the behind the scenes. So making sure the behind the scenes is intentional was like my number one goal for the week. Before I give you more updates, I just want to share some art. Can we just do a quick show and tell? This is Passion. She is almost done. I would say 98% done, 95. I still need to edge the border, and with an organic shape like this, it is a task. It does take some effort. This week I put it on a wooden backing so that it has more structure to it, and I stain and poly it black. I love the way this one turned out. This was a true labor of love. She took a little longer than most of my pieces take, and I don't know if it's because of that or what, but she's my favorite. This one's Dream. This is the second rectangular piece I've made. All of my other ones have been organic shapes. I really wanted to play around with composition. The last rectangular piece was vertical. I was very interested to see what would happen horizontally. The last rectangular piece, the vertical one, I submitted to a gallery and it got in, and opening night's tomorrow. I will be filming a little bit and I'll give you an update on it next week. Very exciting stuff. Dream and Passion are both being submitted to gallery shows. I'll keep you updated on that. I really love the way this one turned out though, and again, 98% finished because it is backed on wood. It's not, the edges are raw, as you can tell, and I want to make it a little crispy. I love the colors in both. They feel incredible. A big part of my practice is tufting by hand with upcycled and reused materials. First few pieces I did were very cotton heavy, materials that I had found and found new purposes for. What I've been doing more and more is creating upcycled textiles. It's taking fabrics that wouldn't be otherwise used, dyeing them, stripping them, processing. It's very laborious, but it's my passion. I love it, and it's totally in alignment with my values when it comes to life, but also creativity. What I love about these pieces is that they are very upcycle heavy. I would say these are two of my most upcycled works. My big goal for the studio this year is to do 100% upcycled piece. I am not close to that goal yet, but it's not close to the end of the year yet, so we're hopeful, we're excited, and I think I can do it. I've been playing around with smaller iterations of my gallery pieces for my online shop, and I've come up with these. I will be talking a lot more about them. I'm still very much in the experimental phase. Little tufted works. They are not backed on wood, so they have a softness to them, but enough structure where they still could be hung up. And I would do the same D hooks that I do for the embroidered and the applique works. They're so much fun to make. I'm playing around with different techniques with the manual tufting tool, the pressure, the speed, the angle. It's been really interesting, and these have just been a delight. This is the embroidered work. I don't know. To have a viewfinder. How wonderful that would be. How helpful that would be. We're going to upgrade a camera one of these days. Watch me. But for now, it is what it is. I hope I'm holding it out well. So we have the embroidered works. I'm going to keep on doing them. I love them so much. But knowing that the applique pieces were beloved is heartwarming, and so that's what I'm going to be working on too. Let's give you a more in-depth, juicy update. The shop update went really well. mainly because it opened. That's the hardest part. I actually did it. Site is very cute. I love the pictures. And I think that the description was a good balance of information without it feeling too heavy and too long. I want to improve it every month. My goal is each shop launch to improve something small and to keep consistent and steady and manageable and easeful. Will that happen, girl? I don't know. I don't know. I would love to improve the packaging. For all the businesses and projects that I've worked on, I've really taken a lot of delight in the packaging, and I am really excited to keep you updated on that. I so far have ordered a sticker. You know me, I really want to do everything in house. I'm not able to just yet, but I'm definitely thinking of ways that I could DIY it a little bit more. So, yeah, more updates on branding and packaging as the June shop launch approaches. The gallery update. There's so much going on. I got a pretty massive rejection. Whoa! Hold my hand. Hold my hand. It was a big one. It was a big rejection. It was one that I worked really hard on. It was one that I wanted the most. It's true. It's true. It's true. So number one on my gallery showing list, and it was a big rejection and my first real rejection. I started this gallery journey applying my art to galleries and not just selling it myself in the beginning of the year in January. And so far I've made it into 4 shows and I've applied to 5. So this was the big one. This was the big one I wanted. It was also, so far it's been group exhibitions and juried group exhibitions. And this was going to be, I was proposing my first solo show. Girl, we didn't get it for 2027. That's the thing too, is not like they rejected me and they were like, try again for the year. Full year rejection. So it's fine. You know me, I'm applying for 2028 and they have a couple of group shows for the rest of the year. So actually one of these is going to one of the group shows. So I'm just, instead of cannonballing to the deep end, they did not like that. I'm going to just dip my toe and get real comfy and just let them know I'm not leaving the pool. I'm staying, even if it's just a little pinky, I'm staying close to this gallery. I love it. You know, when you feel the connection, you feel the connection. These 2 pieces, the deadlines for both are in June. The beginning of June, the first week for both. If I was talking to myself a year ago when I was dreaming up what a gallery career would look like, patience. Girl, be patient would be the first thing. But then the second piece I think I would really lean into is practice writing. Girl, practice writing and reading about art. Art is such, for me, a physical, emotional, action-based activity that making it analytical and thinking about it and putting emotions and movement into words is a skill. Is a skill. Take me back to my college days, takes me back to my writing days. And it's a different type of writing than I normally do. I've been writing now my Substack, before that the blog, for years. And so I'm really comfortable with a more casual, kiki, amongst friends kind of writing. And this is a lot more, it's hard. It's taking something quite abstract at times and making it very even talking about it is challenging. It's scratching a different part of my brain that hasn't been activated in a minute. And so I find that creating the pieces, understanding the collection, a lot of the beginning stages of this process felt very intuitive and felt very organic and felt very accessible. And then the writing piece and like conceptualizing all of this down on paper has actually been the most challenging piece for me. And so finishing these works for sure gonna happen. I'll edge them. I'll take out my photo booth, set it up, and take some pictures. And then that piece will be finished. What won't be finished, and I need to start on now, is the actual written application. that won't be finished soon. That's why I'm giving myself a little runway of a couple weeks to get it all sorted. And that is the editing piece. That's compiling everything and making it polished. I've been journaling about this the whole time I make the piece. I keep a studio journal. I write everything down, the inspiration, the ideas, everything. But it is like these videos. It's all over the place. It's me, it's raw, it's casual, it's just us. And now it's like I'm applying to a panel of judges. It has to be a little more polished. And so I'm working on that, edging this, making sure this is nicely polished, the pictures, but mainly the writing is what I'm going to be diving into. So, final update. I want to give you more of the back end business side of things. I'm new to the gallery world, but I'm not new to selling online. If you were selling at a brick and mortar, you might have a beautiful display to entice people. I've been down the rabbit hole of anthropology designers doing their magic. Oh, so lovely. How do I do that online? And a lot of that is through social media, podcast, videos like these on YouTube, through Substack. There are a million different ways to showcase what you are doing, but also the final product, right? And I'm figuring that out for myself. What I do know is that I want to get back into Instagram. I really fell out of love with it. I felt like wronged. I felt like I found my rhythm and my routine, and then it switched up and I was like, how dare they? How dare they? And got in my feels. And then I was reminded it's a business tool. I started getting back on there as a consumer and delighted in what's being produced. I really love what my peers are up to. So much creativity and joy and color and connection. And it's just like, oh, I forgot all the good. I got my husband says you have rose tinted glasses most of the time, but then sometimes you get on your like real glasses. And I feel like I had that with social media. I was just kind of done. I was over it, you know? And so this has really delighted me again. And I'm really excited to get into playing around, having fun. You know, the nice thing about getting back into things, being a beginner once again, that's what returning from a break really feels like. You get to kind of figure it out, feel it out a little more privately, and that feels really incredible. So while I'm building back up, getting my rhythm set up again, the goal becomes showing up and not showing up polished. And so I'm really excited for some play and exploring, testing things out, seeing not only what lands well, but what feels good to make, what feels good to, you know, because the making is so much. It's the editing, it's the filming, it's the idea generation. It's a lot of work until it gets put out. And I want to enjoy the process, you know? How do we consistently show up to what matters most? And do we have the bravery of showing up in moments of maybe some personal life, just like, "Whoa." How do we show up to art consistently? How do we strengthen that devotion? That's been my question for the week. I've been mulling it over, and this was my answer. A little raw, a little unfiltered. I wanted updates. I wanted connection. I wanted to show up weekly. And that's what we're doing with this one. So it's a win, right? I keep on saying, girl, you're in the arena. You're down there. It doesn't have to be polished. It doesn't have to be good. You're brave. You're showing up. You're there. You're doing your thing. I'm wishing you the most amazing weekend, and I'll see you next Friday. Mwah.